Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. Little sound check. We have the original Grognard in the chat. Check out that great military strategy channel and much more. Thank you for joining us, OG, as we await the sound check. Sound check is good. Alrighty, we will continue with our 1977 New York Metropolitan replay. And we are the surprise team of the National League East. We're playing the first place Philadelphia Phillies, who are 28-18. We stand a game and a half behind them at 28-21. I also manage the 1977 Boston Red Sox, and they currently are 37-12, 6 games ahead of the New York Yankees, 32-19. But this is our National League portion of the 1977 replay, the New York Mets. So let's get to the lineups. We're at Shea Stadium. Retro date June 4th, 1977. A beautiful day. Game 78 degrees, clear skies. Wind 7 miles per hour right to left at Shea Stadium. Leading off for the Philadelphia Phillies, playing center field, is Gary Maddox. Batting second in right field is Jay Johnstone. Batting third, playing third base, Mike Schmidt. Batting fourth in left field, the Bull, Greg Lazinski. Batting fifth at first base, Richie Hebner. Batting sixth, doing the catching for Steve Carlton, his personal catcher, Tim McCarver. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Ted Sizemore. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Larry Bowa. Batting ninth, on the hill, doing the pitching, the lefty, Steve Carlton. For the New York Metropolitans, leading off, playing third base, no, not Mike Phillips, Lenny Randall. Batting second, at second base, Felix Millan. Batting third, who crushes left-handed pitching, our right fielder, Mike Vail. The cleanup hitter, doing the catching, Jerry Grody. Batting fifth at first base, John Milner. Batting sixth, switch-hitting center fielder, Lee Mazzilli. Batting seventh in left field, Kong, Dave Kingman. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Mike Phillips. And batting ninth, on the mound, Nino Espinosa. Jake Cruz has joined us in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Alrighty, so here's Gary Maddox. In the replay, he's batting .277, 4 homers, 13 ribbies. These are his replay numbers over here. In actuality, for the full year, in 77, he batted .292, 14 homers, 74 ribbies. Right-handed batter. 5 out of 10 bunter. We're going to play our infield, outfield straight away in normal. Here's the windup and the pitch from Espinosa to Maddox. And that is a base hit to right center field. Mazzilli cuts it off and gets it back in. So Maddox starts off the game with a leadoff single. Now bring up Jay Johnstone to the plate. Johnstone, an excellent start to his retro replay. .372, 4 home runs, 24 ribbies. In actuality, .284, 15 homers and 59 RBIs. Left-handed batter. Mets open to turn 2. Espinosa takes a peek at first. Milner holding on Maddox. He's going to throw it over. Maddox just gets back. Again, as Espinosa looks to first. Now Inac Grody behind the plate picks up the sign, the windup, and the pitch to Jay Johnstone. And that is a fly ball. Shallow right center, and Mazzilli comes in, makes the catch. Throws it back into Felix Millan. And that's one down. Joining us in the chat is Fanatics of Film, another wonderful content creator in our community. Thank you for stopping by. Check him out. I'll bring up Mike Schmidt. Schmidt, 336 in the replay, 16 homers, 33 ribbies, 274 in actuality for the full year of 77, 38 homers, 101 runners knocked in. Tremendous power hitter. Let's see if we can give him a chase. A little pitch around here. Brody sets the target. Here's the pitch to Schmidt. Pitch around, and he walks him. He does not chase on the 3-1. High and inside. So 2 on, 1 out for the Bull. Greg Lazinski, 296, 9 homers, 36 ribbies. In actuality, 309, 39 homers, 130 runners knocked in. Espinoza has to bear down here. Maddox, very good speed and base running at second. Schmidt at first, good base runner. Here's the pitch to Lazinski. And he strikes out Lazinski. Big swing and a miss on the changeup. Way out in front was the Bolt. So 2 outs, 2 on for Richie Hebner, son of a gravedigger. Batting .321, 4 homers, 20 ribbies. 285 in actuality, 18 home runs, 62 runs knocked in. Left-handed batter. Espinoza takes a deep breath. Nods his head. Grody sets the target, the windup, and the pitch to Hebner. And Hebner sends that ball to Kingman in left. He makes the catch. The side is retired. We go to the bottom of the first here, and Shea due up for the Metropolitans. A game and a half out of first place behind the Phillies. Randall, Millan, and Vale. As Fanatic says, yes, I used to be addicted to baseball. Grew up loving the New York Yankees in the 1980s. Those are some tough years for the Yankees in the 80s. I mean, they had some good teams, just never got over the hump. Well, 81 strike year. They went to the World Series. They lost to the Dodgers. And then they didn't make the playoffs again till the 90s. So here's Lenny Randall. Randall at 8-game hitting streak, currently batting .336, no homers, 6 ribbies. In actuality, .304, 5 homers, 27 ribbies. Randall, a switch hitter, batting lefty. I forgot to mention, Carlton was 23-10 in 1977 with a .264 earned run average. In the replay, 7-2 with a .238 earned run average. So Schmidt's at third, he's excellent, 10 out of 10. Boa very good at short, 9 out of 10. Sizemore above average at second, 6 out of 10. Hebner also 6 out of 10 at first. Behind the plate, Carlton's personal catcher, Tim McCarver, 6 out of 10 defense and range, 4 out of 10 arms, so that's below average. You can run on him. Lazinski, not much range in left field. He will make the catches he's supposed to. 4 out of 10, average arm, 5 out of 10. Maddox, outstanding with defense and range, 10 out of 10. With an average arm, 5 out of 10. And Jay Johnstone, average range and defense with a 5, but an excellent arm, 9 out of 10. So here comes Steve Carlton to face Lenny Randall. You better be ready to swing the bat against Carlton. He is a strikeout pitcher. He rocks and fires to Randall. And Randall rips a shot to left. A leadoff single for Lenny Randall. He extends his 8-game hitting streak to 9. And I'll bring up Felix Millan. Millan, an excellent hit-and-run candidate. He's a 10 out of 10. He's batting .246, no homers, 13 ribbies. In actuality, .248, 2 homers and 21 ribbies. Hebner holding on to speedy Lenny Randall at first. We're going to play hit and run. There goes the runner. Ground ball right side. Hebner takes it to the bag himself, but Millan does his J.O.B. Randall stands at second base in scoring position with 1 out. For Mike Vale, .359, 5 home runs, 15 ribbies. .262 in actuality, 8 home runs and 35 ribbies. He crushes left-handed pitching. Chance to put the Metropolitans on top here. 1 out. Randall in scoring position. He's a duck out on that pound. Here's the pitch to Vale. And Vale's patience is prudent. He walks. So 1 out, 2 on. Now set up a double play possibility with a slow-footed catcher, Jerry Grody, coming to the plate. Grody, .368, no homers, 9 ribbies. In actuality, .270, 7 homers. I'm sorry, no homers and 7 RBI. Pretty much only played Grody against left-handed pitching. Randall at second, Vale at first. Here's the pitch to Grody. And Grody grounds to Boa. Boa to Sizemore, who turns and throws to Hebner. Double play, the side is retired. So they got that ground ball, the pitcher's best friend. We go to the top of the second. No score here at Shea Stadium. Retro style, June 4th, 1977. As Jake Cruz says, I like the pitchers. Without hats, those were some haircuts. Oh my lord, they were. So due up for the Phillies, McCarver, Sizemore, and Boa. Nino Espinosa in this retro replay is 2-4 with a 3.72 earned run average. In actuality, was 10-13 with a 3.42 earned run average. Jerry Grody behind the plate, below average. Defensive range, 4 out of 10. Arm above average, 6 out of 10. Randall, 5 out of 10 at third. Phillips, not so good at short, 3 out of 10. Felix Millan, the best defender in the infield at second, 7 out of 10. And Milner, below average at first, 4 out of 10. Kong, Dave Kingman, well, if you hit it at him, he'll catch it. He will make the occasional great play. 4 out of 10 defensive range and a poor arm, 3 out of 10. Lee Mazzilli, 6 out of 10 for range and arm. And Mike Vail, don't call me Jerry Vail, 7 out of 10 defensive range and a very good arm, 8 out of 10. So here comes Tim McCarver batting .340 in the replay, 2 home runs, 14 ribbies. In actuality, McCarver, Carlton's personal catcher, .320 with 6 homers and 30 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Espinosa to McCarver. And McCarver sends it deep to left. Kingman races back at the track, makes the catch. 1 down. Good jump by Kingman. And that will bring up Ted Sizemore, 261, 1 homer, 15 ribbies. 281 overall in actuality, 4 homers and 47 ribbies. He's a 7 out of 10 bunter. On deck is Boa. Here's the pitch to Sizemore. Ground ball slowly right side. Millan has it, throws to Espinosa as Milner ranged too far over to the left. And a good job by Nino Espinosa covering the bag, so 2 up, 2 down. For the 8th place hitter, the switch-hitting shortstop Larry Boa batting .295, 1 home run, 16 ribbies. In actuality, .280 for the full year, 4 home runs and 41 runs knocked in. Steve Carlton is on deck. Here's the pitch to Boa. And Boa grounds it slowly, right side. Milner backhands it, throws to Espinosa, covers the bag one more time. The side is retired. Good job by Nino and the Metropolitans. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here at Shea. Remember, the Mets are only a game and a half out of first place in our retro replay. They are the surprise team of the National League at 28-21. The Phillies, a game and a half up on the Mets, 28-18, and a half game still in front of the Pittsburgh Pirates. John Milner strides the plate, left-handed batting first baseman, .231, 3 homers and 18 ribbies. In actuality, .255, 12 home runs and 57 ribbies. McCarver wiggles the fingers. The lefty Steve Carlton sets and deals. Milner swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the fastball. 1 away. It's Carlton's first K. And here's Lee Mazzilli, switch-hitting center fielder, batting right-handed against the left-handed throwing Carlton. .247, 1 home run, 9 ribbies. Overall, in actuality, .250, 6 home runs and 46 RBIs. Excellent bunter, 8 out of 10. He's going to try a drag bunt here. He drops down a good bunt. He's going to beat it out. That is a bunt base hit for Lee Mazzilli. So Mazzilli is on. They weren't respecting his bunting capability, and he made him pay for it. So Mazzilli's on at first, 8 out of 10 base runner. Hebner will hold him on. Only a 32% chance of stealing second, though. And here comes Kong, Dave Kingman. He has struggled. He'll be traded soon. We're playing with historical transactions. He'll be traded soon, and so will Tom Seaver. He's only batting .197, 3 home runs, 12 ribbies. We have not used him as much as we go with matchups. That's how we have a 28-21 record. We have the hindsight of who hits who better. Overall with the Mets, and Dave Kingman played with 5 different teams in 1977. I think that's a record. Kingman batted .209, 9 home runs, 28 ribbies. A big strikeout candidate here. Carlton deals to Kong, and Kingman! Whoa! Mazzilli stole on it. Did I click steal by accident? I must have clicked steal. Lee Mazzilli steals second base. Oh boy, you know what? I think I have the, let's just check the options out here. I think I have the base running set for the computer coaches. Bear with me one moment. I was like, why is he stealing? We have a strikeout victim up here. Miscellaneous. No, I must have clicked stealing by accident. Alright, Lee. Way to steal second base. He's in scoring position with 1 out. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Kingman. Chance to pick up RBI number 13. McCarver pounds the mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Kingman. And Kingman walks! Holy cow! So it's first and second 1 out for Mike Phillips, a shortstop, weak-hitting shortstop, 224, no home runs, 4 ribbies. Overall, in actuality, in 1977, 209, 1 home run, and 3 RBIs. On deck is the pitcher, Nino Espinosa. Mazzilli's at second, Kingman is at first. We're going to play a bizarro hit and run here. There go the runners. And Phillips puts the ball in play. Sizemore in the outfield grass, throws to Hebner. His only play. So it's second and third, 2 outs. And here's Nino Espinosa, who hits slightly worse than Phillips. So what the heck. Here's the pitcher, the number 9 batter. Nino batting 100 with no homers and no ribbies. He batted 192 with no homers and 5 ribbies. Chance to choke up on that bat, find a hole through the infield, and give himself a lead here. Carlton deals to his counterpart, Nino Espinosa. And Espinosa swings and misses, and the Mets strand 2. We go to the top of the third. Still scoreless here at Shea. Due up for the Phillies, Carlton in the top of the order, Maddox and Johnstone. Let's go to the chat real quickly. As Jake Cruz says, yeah, he's good, just as good at calling dice baseball games. And Fanatic says, nice. Well, thank you for the compliment, my friend. So here's Steve Carlton, actually batting .212 with a home run and 4 ribbies. And Carlton, an excellent hitting pitcher in 1977. He batted .268, 3 home runs and 15 RBIs. Wow. Espinosa rocks and deals to his counterpart, Carlton. And Carlton sends that ball to Vail in right, and he makes the catch. Vail hardly had to move 1 down, top of the order. And here is Gary Maddox. He singled his first time up. Espinosa shakes off Brody. Now he nods his head. Here's the pitch to Maddox. Maddox, fly ball left center. Mazzilli has a beat on it, makes the catch, 2 down. Base is empty for Jay Johnstone. Johnstone 0 for 1. He flew out to deep right center. Here's the pitch around. And Johnstone doesn't chase. That is ball 4. Probably not a shrewd move on my part because Mike Schmidt's coming up now. And Schmidt walked his first time up. Milner holding on Johnstone, 6 out of 10 base running ability. Espinosa peeks over. Now he deals to Schmidt. Schmidt, ground ball. Randall backhands it, throws the short way to Millan at second. He steps on the backside, retired. Bottom of the third, still scoreless here at Shea. 2 up the top of the order for the Metropolitans. Randall, Millan, and Vail. Lenny Randall's 1 for 1. He extended his hit streak. He had a single in the first. And the corners have moved in. Excellent bunter. Randall, 9 out of 10 bunter. Can he smack it past the drawn-in corner? Schmidt in at third, Hebner in at first. He awaits the Carlton offering. Pitch homeward bound. Randall pops it up sky high. Schmidt and Boa going for it. Schmidt calls off Boa, makes the catch near the third base bag. 1 down. Now bring up Felix Millan. He is 0 for 1 on the hit and run. In the first inning, he moved Randall over to second. Now he's looking for a clean hit. Carlton looks in, picks up the sign from McCarver. The windup and the pitch to Millan. And Millan grounds it up the middle. Sizemore backhands it behind the back, throws to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down for the Metropolitans. And it's Mike Vail. He walked his first time up. Vail with 5 homers, looking for number 6. The lefty Steve Carlton nods his head. He rocks and delivers to Vail. And strikes him out. Side is retired. Vail hit nothing but air. Top of the fourth, still scoreless in this pitcher's duel at Shea. The Philadelphia Phillies first place in the National League East. The New York Metropolitans is the surprise team of our retro replay. A game and a half back. The Pirates are a half game back. Espinosa will face the Bull, Greg Lazinski, then Richie Hebner, and Tim McCarver. Lazinski is 0 for 1. He struck out. Grody wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to the Bull. And Lazinski sends a deep fly ball left field. Kingman racing back, bangs into the wall, and makes the catch. Kong is playing some stellar left field. Lazinski just shakes his head. He knows he just missed that one. 1 out. Espinosa breathes a sigh of relief, trying to push his hair back into his baseball cap. And here's Richie Hebner. He's 0 for 1. He flew to deep left. Espinosa deals to the left-handed batter, Hebner. Hebner grounds it up the middle, past Mian and Phillips for a 1-out single to center. 6 out of 10 base running ability. Milner holding him on. Here's Tim McCarver. The catcher's 0 for 1. He flied down the left field line in his first batting attempt. Phillips and Mian hoping to turn 2. Espinosa takes a peek at first. Now picks up the sign from Jerry Grody. Here's the pitch to McCarver. And Grody throws behind. Hebner, who dives back in as Milner applies the tag. Nice try by Grody. 1 ball, no strikes. Espinosa bluffs towards first. Some squawking from the Phillies dugout, yelling balk. Espinosa just glares at them and smiles. Now his attention goes back to McCarver. McCarver awaits the Espinosa offering. Pitch homeward bound. There goes the runner. Grody throws the ball into center field. And Hebner beats the Mazzilli throw and scampers to third base. Oh boy, a horrible throwing error by Jerry Grody. Go ahead run 90 feet away for the Philadelphia Phillies now. The count on McCarver is 1 ball, 1 strike. Mets. Sizemore's coming up next. Mets will play their infield in early in this game. Espinosa needs a strikeout here or a pop-up. Here's the pitch to McCarver. McCarver grounds it to Mian, who throws to first. The drawn-in infield. Oh! He throws the ball away! Holy cow! Well, he didn't throw it away. Milner was able to block the low throw. And Hebner, who was holding because the infield was in. Oh, wow, a rare error on Felix Mian. So instead of 2 outs and a runner at third, it's now 1 out and runners on the corners. And 2 errors in this inning could spell doom for the New York Metropolitans. Here comes Ted Sizemore. The only good news about this, if the Mets turn 2, they're out of this jam. Espinosa, a bit agitated on the mound. Now he's ready to work. He deals to Sizemore. Sizemore grounds it past Mian into right field. So Mian back-to-back 4 plays, and that's a 1-out single with a ribby for Sizemore. 1-0 Philadelphia. The error cost them. The 2 errors cost them. And now bring up the number 8 batter, the shortstop Larry Boa. He is 0 for 1. He grounded to first in his first plate appearance. McCarver stands at second. Sizemore stands at first. Both 7 out of 10 base running ability. Here's the pitch from Espinosa to Boa. Boa rips a shot down the left field line. Kingman quickly races over and cuts it off, and they hold McCarver at third. So with 1 out, bases juiced. And here comes Steve Carlton. The corners will move in. He's a 10 out of 10 bunter. So Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Carlton looking to extend the lead here for the Phillies and himself. They lead 1-0, bases juiced, 1 out. Grody pounds the mitt, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Carlton. Carlton lines a shot. Mazzilli is going to make a dive. 46% chance of making the catch. And he will not get there. He traps it. And a run scores. It's 2-0, but Sizemore had to hold up. Mazzilli made a dive at it. And the Mets are just coming apart here in the top of the fourth. It's 2-0, 1 out, bases juice for Gary Maddox. He is 1 for 2. He has singled and flown to center. Espinosa rubs up that baseball. Grody goes out to have a quick word with his pitcher, who should be out of the inning in reality, in my opinion. Back behind the plate, Grody squats down, sets a target. Espinosa deals to Maddox. Ground ball back to Espinosa. He will throw home, 75% chance of getting the runner Sizemore. That's 1 out. At the plate, they can't turn 2, so 2 outs in the inning. As Grody just ate the ball. He didn't try to throw down to Milner. So nice play by Espinosa, snagging that ball. Hit back at him. So 2 outs, bases loaded. Boa at third, Carlton at second, and Maddox at first. And the dangerous Jay Johnstone strides up plate. He's 0 for 1 today. He has flown deep to right center and walked. 2-0 Phillies. Top of the fourth. Here's the pitcher, Johnstone. Johnstone sends that ball left field. Kingman's there, makes the catch. And the side is retired, but the Mets implode. 2 errors are allowed, 2 runs. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and the Phillies are up 2-0. Due up for the Mets, Grody, Milner, and Mazzilli. Jerry Grody is 0 for 1, the Mets catcher. He grounded into a double play in the first inning. Carlton sets and deals to Grody. Grody grounds it right side. Hebner has it, waves off Carlton, steps on the bag. 1 down. And now bring up John Milner. Milner's 0 for 1. He struck out. Lefty-lefty matchup. Carlton peers in at McCarver. The windup and the pitch to John Milner. And Milner singles to center. So John Milner singles to center. That's the Mets' 3rd hit. Milner, 5 out of 10 base runner. 79% chance of stealing second base. And here's Lee Mazzilli. He had the bunt base hit his first time up. We're going to try it again. Here's the pitch. Drag bunt and another beauty. And that's an error. Did he get a hit or are they going to give it an error? Oh, but it's a great bunt. They're going to give the error on McCarver. So Lee Mazzilli using the bunting ability and his speed. Here come the go-go Metropolitans. Milner's at second. Mazzilli is at first, and here comes Kong. Dave Kingman, 1 swing in the back to give the Metropolitans a 3-2 lead. Can Kong come through in the clutch? He walked his first time up. Milner takes a lead at second. Mazzilli takes a lead at first. Carlton deals to Kingman. And it's a line shot down the right field line and just fouled. It's a 2-2 count now on Kong. Steps out of the box. Steps back in the box. He's ready to grip and rip. 1 out, 2 on. McCarver pounds the mitt, sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Kingman. And Kingman! Base hit! Past Luzinski! We're going to wave Mazzilli around. 73% chance of scoring. Kingman will hold at second. Here's the relay throw by Boa to McCarver. And Mazzilli slides in safe. It is a 2-2 ball game. The Go-Go Mets tie it up on the double by Kong, Dave Kingman. As he lined one past Luzinski. So Kong picks up 2 ribbies. Actually, they're only going to give him 1, I guess, so he gets 14. No, he gets 2. Yeah. He had 12. So Kingman picks up 2. It's a 2-2 ball game. And here's Mike Phillips. He's 0 for 1, a ground out on a hit and run. On deck is Nino Espinosa. So the Mets come right back. Carlton deals to Phillips. And Phillips singles to right center field. Kingman hits third base, 60% chance of scoring. The pitcher's up next. They're going to send Kong. Here's the throw to the plate, and he is gone out. Maddox with a great throw in from right center field. Guns out Dave Kingman. We sent him because Espinosa was coming up next. So Phillips is at first, no RBI. As Maddox guns down Kong. So 2 outs. Phillips will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Nino Espinosa. And Espinosa, of course, he's going to hit a deep fly ball to left center. Maddox makes the catch. And the side is retired. But the Mets score 2 and tie it up. We go to the top of the 5th. It's a 2-2 ball game here from Shea. Sip of water. Had I known Nino Espinosa would fly out deep to left center, I would have not sent a call. Due up for the Phillies to face Nino Espinosa, Schmidt, Lazinski, and Hepner. Mike Schmidt is 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded to third, forcing out John Stone at second. Espinosa gets a new lease on life due to the offense of the Metropolitans. Though the 2 runs were not his fault, 2 errors were a killer in the top of the 4th. Schmidt digs in. He awaits the Espinosa offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. And Schmidt goes down swinging. Way out in front of the off-speed pitch. He just waved. 1 away, and here comes the bull, Greg Lazinski, 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown deep to left center on a great catch by Dave Kingman. Grody goes through the signs. Espinosa nods his head. The righty deals to Lazinski. And Grody wanted the call. He didn't get it. Ball 4. Go ahead run at first. Greg Lazinski, not a fast runner. 4 out of 10. Milner holding him on. And here comes Richie Hebner. First baseman's 1 for 2. Mets open to turn 2. Espinosa peeks towards first. Now looks in at the plate. He has the sign from Grody. Here's the pitch to Hebner. Hebner grounds to Mian. Mian's only plays to first as he had to smother it on the outfield grass. 2 down. Lazinski's now in scoring position. And he'll be off on contact. Here comes the catcher, Tim McCarver. On deck is Steve Carlton. And we will intentionally walk McCarver to face... Oh, shoot. That's Sizemore. Oh, come on, Al. That's okay. Sizemore is less of a hitter anyway. Alright, well, that was a bad move. Why I thought McCarver was batting 8th, I don't know. I think in some of my games when I play the Cardinals on other teams, I bat him. Well, he actually bats 4th, though. Okay, well, you know, it's a little late, and I'm drinking water, and I should probably be drinking alcohol. It'd be better for me, but... Alright, well, that is a bad mistake on our part. First and second. 2 outs, and here's Ted Sizemore. Sizemore is 1 for 2. He's grounded to first and singled, knocking in Hebner. Chance to put the Phillies up. Espinosa still wondering why he got the order to intentionally walk McCarver. Let's see if it pans out anyway. Here's the pitch from Espinosa to Sizemore. Ground ball. Randall's to Mian. Side is retired. So excellent coaching by the Metropolitans. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 2. Due up for the Mets, top of the order, Randall, Mian, and Vale. Sometimes when you make a mistake, it turns out A-OK. Lenny Randall extended his hit streak in the first inning with a single. He's 1 for 2 today. After the single, he popped out to third. Here's the pitch. He's going to try a drag bunt, and it goes foul. McCarver smartly let the ball roll foul. He had no shot at Randall, who was flying down the first base line. Randall now has an 0-2 count, choking up just a bit on the bat. Carlton toes the rubber, peers in at McCarver. The windup and the pitch. Randall swings, grounds it to Schmidt. Schmidt comes charging in. Quick release, the bang-bang play at first, and they get Randall 1 out. Now bring up Felix Millan. He is 0 for 2 with an error. Carlton. McCarver. Now they're on the same page. The windup and the pitch to Millan. And Millan grounds up the middle. Boa misses it, but Sizemore backhands it behind the back. Throws the... Oh! It's in the dirt. Hebner cannot dig it out. That is going to be an error on Sizemore. Now both second basemen have errors for each team. Millan for the Mets and now Sizemore for the Phillies. Go ahead, run at first with 1 out. For the dangerous Mike Vale, who crushes left-handed pitching. Vale is 0 for 1. He has walked and struck out. He'd like to make some contact here. Millan being held on by Richie Hebner. Carlton looks to first, now in at the plate. McCarver sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Vail. And Vail grounds it slowly past the mound. Sizemore to Bola to Hebner. Double play. You won't see any prettier than that. The side is retired. We go to the top of the sixth, tied at 2. That slowly hit bounding ball. Sizemore came in quickly, barehanded it, and flipped to Boa coming across the bag, who fired it to Hebner at first. On one of the prettiest 4-6-3 double plays. We, again, top of the sixth, still tied in a battle for first place here between the Phillies and the Mets here at Shea. Due up for the Phillies, Boa, Carlton in the top of the order, Maddox to face Nino Espinosa. Espinosa's thrown 85 pitches. As Clinton Parks has joined us in the chat. Another fun channel in our community. Check him out, Clinton Parks. Thank you for joining us. Hope all is well, Mr. Parks. Espinosa has thrown 85 pitches, good for 125. Larry Boa is 1 for 2. He is grounded to first and singled. He is an 8 out of 10 bunter. So we're going to play our corners in. Randall in at third, Milner in at first. Here's the pitch to Boa. And Boa grounds it to Phillips at short and throws out his counterpart at first. Nice play by Phillips, ranging towards the second base bag. 1 out, and here's Steve Carlton, who is 1 for 2. He has flown to right and lined a single to center, knocking in McCarver. Espinosa's ready to work. He deals to Carlton, and he sends a deep fly ball to Kingman, actually more high than deep, and that's out number 2. Remember, Carlton batted .268 in 1977. I think what do you have, 5 home runs, I said? Let's just check that out for a second. Hold on. In 1977, 3 home runs, excuse me, 15 ribbies, and a .268 batting average. Alrighty, so 2 outs top of the order for Gary Maddox, who is 1 for 3. Singled in the first, fly to center in the third, and grounded back to the pitcher in the fourth. Espinosa looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Picks up the sign from Grody. He kicks and fires to Maddox. Maddox, jam, pop up right side, beyond Milner going for it. Milner calls off, beyond makes the catch. The side is retired. Bottom of the 6th, 2-2 ball game here from Shea, retro style, June 4th, 1977. A beautiful day, 80 degrees, winds now 9 miles right to left from Shea. Due up for the Metropolitans, Grody, Milner, and Mazzilli. Here come the go-go Mets. Jerry Grody is 0 for 2. He's going to take. There's the pitch. Oh, just nips that outside corner. Grody's shaking his head. He says he wants that same call. Smiles at the man in blue. No balls, 1 strike. McCarver sets the target. Carlton deals to Grody. And Grody hits nothing but air. Swing and a miss. As Carlton punches him out. That's his 4th K. Now bring up John Milner. Milner is 1 for 2. He has struck out and singled to center. Lefty-lefty matchup. Carlton. He's ready to work. The windup, the pitch to Milner. Oh, he plunked him! Wow. That ball got away from him. I don't think that was intentional, though. There is some chirping. These two teams do not like each other. Some chirping from the Metropolitans dugout. Joe Torre not happy with it, except that does put the go-ahead run at first. Milner, 5 out of 10 base running ability. Hebner holding him on. Here's Lee Mazzilli. He is 1 for 1. He has bunted both times up. Once for a hit and once for an error. And we're going to play hit and run. There goes Milner. Mazzilli, swing and a miss. And McCarver throws the ball into center field. Milner quickly gets up and beats Maddox. Throw to Schmidt at 30. Slides in safe. And there it's a go-go Metropolitans once again. So Mazzilli on the swing and a miss. And Milner winds up stealing second, advancing to third on the throwing error by Tim McCarver. 90 feet away Milner is from giving the Mets the lead. Now Mazzilli has to put this ball in play. The infield is playing normal. As long as he doesn't hit the ball back to the pitcher, Milner should score. Mazzilli chokes up just a bit. Carlton looking for the K. Here's the pitch to Mazzilli. And Mazzilli walks. So it sets up a double play opportunity here. And here's Dave King, and he's played stellar defense. And he is 1 for 1. He has walked and knocked in both runs on a double. As Milner and Mazzilli scored ahead of him, can he do it again? Mazzilli at first, Milner at third. Here's the pitch to Kong. And that's a fly ball. Maddox ranging right center field. 85% chance of Milner scoring. He's being tagged. Here's the throw, and it's cut off. And it's a 3-2 lead for the Metropolitans. Dave Kingman has knocked in all 3 runs. Kong having a Godzilla of a day. So 2 outs. Mazzilli will be off on contact. Hebner holding him on. The Mets now have a 3-2 lead. Carlton up to 95 pitches, but he's good for 140. Phillips is 1 for 2. He's grounded to second on a hit and run that advanced Mazzilli to third and Kingman to second. The Mets didn't score, though. And then he singled to right center. Here's the pitch to Phillips. There goes Mazzilli. Fly ball, shallow center. Maddox comes in, makes the basket catch. The side is retired, but the Mets score. The go-go Mets on the failed hit and run. Milner steals second, advances to third on the throwing error, and then Dave Kingman hits a deep fly ball for the sack. Top of the 7th, 3-2 Metropolitans. Due up for the Phillies, Johnston, Schmidt, and Lazinski. Espinosa, 99 pitches. Good for 125. He's gone. 6 innings, 5 hits. 2 runs, but they should not be earned. Let's just check that out real quick. Nope, they're not earned because of the errors. Still seems strong. Johnston's 0 for 2. Righty-lefty matchup. Grody sets the target. Espinosa kicks and fires. And that's a fly ball, shallow center. Mazzilli races in, makes the catch, 1 away. He got that in on his knuckles. Good movement there. 1 out. Schmidt's 0 for 2. 1 swing in the bat, could tie it up. He does have 16 homers with that .331 batting average. Mets infield, outfield straight away normal. Espinosa gets the sign. The windup and the pitch to Schmidt. Takes the outside pitch deep to right center field. And Mazzilli coming out of nowhere calls off. Vail makes the catch, banging into the wall, and there's 2 down. Wow, did Mazzilli cover a lot of ground. Let's watch that video replay. Mazzilli coming out of nowhere, robbing Schmidt of extra bases, calling off Vail, who didn't seem to know where the ball was. So there's 2 down. Lee Mazzilli, an absolutely outstanding play. And here comes the bull, Greg Lazinski. He is 0 for 2, and he's played some shoddy defense in left. He has struck out, flown out deep, and walked in his last plate appearance. 3-2 Mets, 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the pitch to the bull, Lazinski. And he goes down swinging. Side is retired. Another K for Nino Espinosa. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 3-2. The Mets trying to avenge a Game 1 defeat of this 3-game series. If the Mets take 2 out of 3, they will be possibly in first place, depending on what the Pirates do. But they would overtake the the Phillies. Nino Espinosa is 0 for 2. He's thrown 109 pitches. Good for 125. They have Hebner, McCarver, and Sizemore coming up. I don't know if Lockwood... I think he's tired, Lockwood. We're going to let Espinosa hit. He's pitching quite well. The 2 runs are unearned. Here's the pitch to Nino Espinosa. And he walks! Good job by Nino. And Carlton has to be a little disgusted with himself, walking the 9th place batter, the pitcher, who's a very weak hitting pitcher. So Espinosa's at first, top of the order for Lenny Randall, who is 1 for 3. He extended his 8-game hitting streak to a 9-game hitting streak with a single in the first. A slight lead by Espinosa. Hepner holding him on at first. Here's the pitch to Randall. And Randall grounds it to Schmidt. Schmidt to Sizemore, who makes the turn to Hepner. And that is a double play. 5-4-3. Pitcher's best friend. 2 outs, bases empty for the number 2 hitter for the Mets. Felix Millan, he is 0 for 3. Carlton wants to make him 0 for 4. He picks up the sign from McCarver. The windup and the pitch to Millan. And that is a base hit to right center field. The inning is extended for the dangerous power hitter, Mike Vail. And dangerous when it comes to left-handed pitching. Pretty much can't hit right-handed pitching. So Millan's at first, Hebner holding him on. He'll be off on contact. Vail is 0 for 2. He has walked, struck out, and banged into a double play. Good news is he can't bang into a double play here. Carlton takes a deep breath, arms down to his chest. The windup, the pitch to Vail. And Vail shoots a shot past Lazinski. Millan, 67% chance of scoring. We're sending him. We're going to hold Vail. Lazinski fires the Boa. The relay to McCarver, and Millan is gunned out, and the side is retired. So Vail doubles, but Millan is thrown out by Boa on the relay throw. McCarver blocked that plate and planted Millan into the ground in front of the plate like a seed. We go to the top of the 8th, still 3-2 Mets. Let's watch that replay. So Vail doubles to left, as once again Lazinski can't cut it off, but a good strong throw to Boa and the relay to McCarver, and we go to the top of the 8th, 3-2. Espinosa, 109 pitches, still looking good. He'll face Hepner, McCarver, and Sizemore. 1-run lead. Here's the pitch to Hepner. And he walks Richie Hebner. And Grody quite upset with the man in blue, saying, "We want the same calls." But he does it diplomatically, as the man in blue lets him say his piece. Tying run at first. Here's Tim McCarver. He is 0 for 2. Espinosa has got him to fly out and ground out. Last time up, he was intentionally walked. And Sizemore grounded out to end the inning. Milner holding on Hepner. Here's a throw over. Hepner gets back. And Grody again upset. He thought they had Hepner. Milner thought they had Hepner. Joe Torre in the Mets dugout thought they had Hepner. I thought they had Hepner. Instead, Hepner's still standing at first base. Espinosa again looks to first, and he fires over again. And again, Grody is incensed. Oh boy. The ump's having pretty much done with Grody. And there's just a lot of squawking from the Mets. McCarver steps back in the box. The windup and the pitch from Espinosa. And McCarver sends a shot deep down the right field line, but foul. Vail gave chase, but ran out of room. The count is now no balls, 2 strikes. Espinosa again looks to first. Now he deals to McCarver. McCarver rips a shot to center. And that's a double. As Mazzilli plays it off the wall. And now there's a lot of chirping coming from the Mets dugout, because Hepner, they feel, should not be on base. And it's 2nd and 3rd. No outs, and that's the day for Nino Espinosa. As it'll be Sizemore, Boa, and Carlton. And we have to go with our best. Skip Lockwood, the closer, and he is good for 45 pitches. And entering is Skip Lockwood. He'll go to the 9 spot. Skip Lockwood as this is a picture from his early days of baseball. In 1977, was 4-8 with 20 saves, 3.38 earned run average. In the replay, he's 5-2 with 11 saves, 2.43. And this is a huge moment here. Lockwood needs to strike out Sizemore. Sizemore's 1 for 3. He's grounded to first, knocked in a run, and then banged into a force play. Here's the pitch to Sizemore. And Sizemore will not hit. It will be Tim Hutton, who is batting .417 in the replay. No homers, 3 ribbies. In actuality, .309 with 2 homers and 11 RBIs. And against right-handed pitching in 77, .316. Out of curiosity, let's go to his card. And let me just show you this quick. There is a player's card. I just don't bring it up because the windows get all mixed up. But I'm going to do this, and we'll take a look at his player's card. Because I have to do another window. I use OBS, and it becomes cumbersome. But there is a player's card, and I look at these all the time. Let's go window capture. Screen will go black for a second. So there's his player's card. We'll just look at it for a moment. And in the replay, he's hitting righties at a .412 clip. Ouch. So, and again, this is his player's card. And again, Action PC has the sale now. I just pre-ordered the 2019 baseball game, and that comes out on the 20th of December. I also picked up the 5 Negro League seasons from 1933 to 1938, as well as some golf seasons that were on sale. So I'm going to have some golf coming up on the channel. So this is his batting. This is a really cool game. But, you know, there are players' cards with a gazillion stats of everything. So let's just hit OK with this, and let's get rid of this. And back to the ball game. So he's actually hitting .416 off righties. Do I want to play my infield in? No, I do not. I don't want to play the infield in. Mr. Lockwood, we need you to strike out Mr. Hutton. So Hebner's at third. McCarver is at second. Here's the pitch to Hutton, the pinch hitter. 3-2 ball game. Base hit might put the Phillies in the lead. Lockwood rocks and fires. Ground ball, Milner. Milner will not go home. Will give up the run. He will take it to the bag himself. Well, he left the ball. But that's an out. Sometimes the video does not work out right. Alright, so McCarver now advances to third. It's a 3-3 ball game. Here comes Boa. Carlton's on deck. And now we'll pull the infield in. %, 7 out of infield in. Boa's a 9 out of 10 bunter. Carlton's up next. We could walk Boa, try to turn 2. Boa's batting .296. We're going to walk Boa, set up the double play. Let's see if they'll take Carlton out of the game. We're going to play our corners in. Actually, halfway. Play corners in. We're going to play halfway. Our infield's halfway. We want to try to turn 2 here. So 3-3 ball game. 1 out. McCarver's at third. Boa's at first. Here's the pitch from Lockwood to Carlton, who's 1 for 3. He flies deep to Kingman. Kingman makes the catch in front of the track. We only have a 10% chance of getting McCarver at home. Kingman will throw to the cutoff man, and the go-ahead run scores from third. It's 4-3. Boa stands at first with 2 outs. Now Milner holding him on top of the order for Gary Maddox, who is 1 for 4. Lockwood, and again, there's a lot of chirping. A lot of chirping from the Mets dugout. They feel Richie Hebner was out. Lockwood's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Maddox. Ground ball, Randall. Oh, Randall bobbles it, but still throws to second in plenty of time as Millan steps on the bag. The side is retired, but the Mets, not happy with the man in blue behind the plate, give up 2 runs, and it's now 4-3 Phillies, bottom of the 8th. The new second baseman for the Philadelphia Phillies is Terry Harmon, and he is a 3 out of 10 defender, and that is, when it comes to range, that is not good. I mean, again, fielding percentage, he's probably fine, but his range is not good at all. Carlton, 120 pitches. He's good for 140. Back up on the mound with a chance to win it now. Remember, he is 7-2. If he wins, he'll be 8-2. They're up by 1. He'll face Grody, Milner, and Mazzilli. It's been Milner and Mazzilli who have done the damage along with Kingman. Grody's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Jerry Grody. And Grody rips a shot to right center field, and he picks up his first hit, tying run at first. Here come the Go-Go Metropolitans once again. And here's John Milner, 1 for 2. Hebner holding on Grody. And he's a 4. John Stearns will come off the bench to pinch run for Jerry Grody and stay in the game to catch. So Stearns at first. 6 out of 10 running ability. 24% chance of stealing second. Here's John Milner. And we're going to play hit and run. Here's the pitch. There goes Stearns. Swing and a miss, and he is out. Milner doesn't make contact. 2 balls, 1 strike. Well, when you play as a poor team and you play the way I play, that sometimes bites you in the buttocks. Mets fans are disappointed. Here's the pitch to Milner. And, of course, he rips a shot to right center field. Sometimes being aggressive doesn't pay out. Alrighty, so Milner's at first. Here's Lee Mazzilli. Mazzilli has been a bunting machine. He has a bunt for a single, a bunt with an error, and a walk. Milner is at first. Hebner holding him on. Mazzilli needs a pop one here. Boa and Harmon hoping to turn 2 up the middle. The lefty Steve Carlton picks up his sign from his personal caddy behind the plate, Tim McCarver. Here's the pitch to Lee Mazzilli. And Mazzilli sends a ball shallow center. And Maddox, his counterpart, makes the catch. 2 down. Milner retreats back to first. And here comes Kong, Dave Kingman, 1 for 1. He has knocked in 3 runs today. He has walked, doubled, knocked in 2 runs, and a sac fly that knocked in all 3 runs for the Metropolitans. Can Kong go yard and give the Mets a 5-4 lead? Carlton looking for revenge against Kong. Kong hoping to treat Carlton like Godzilla. Here's the pitch to Kingman. And he knocks it back to the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 138 pitches for Carlton now. Milner takes his lead. Hebner holding him on. Carlton takes a peek at first. Now looks in at the plate. Nods his head. He rocks and fires. And Kingman sends that ball to center, to left. God! Dave Kingman has just knocked in his 4th and 5th runs. He has knocked in all 5 runs. He has proved that Kong will crush Godzilla once again. It is 5-4. Say no more. The fans at Shea are ecstatic. Dave Kingman crushes a ball to left. Lazinski just looked up and watched the ball go bye-bye. Let's watch that replay. Boom goes the ball. Dave Kingman, King Kong, touches them all. Milner greets him at the plate. And it's 5-4. Go Metropolitans. They are 3 outs away from picking up a game on the first place Phillies. And depending on what the Pirates did, Pirates could be taking over first place. Wow. As Johan Oliver, is that the way you pronounce your name? It says, let's go Mets. And if I mispronounce your name, I apologize, my friend. Dave Little's also joined us in the chat, as well as Bleacher Bums Gaming. As Dave Little says, ball goes far. Hello, Anthony. How are you? Hope all is well. All right. So King Kong bails me out of my failed hit and run. But when you play as a bad team, that's how they're 28-12. I play crazy. You got to try to produce runs. And again, in this game, I'm playing actual transactions and lineups, except for me. I mix them. The transactions are historically accurate. I'm going to be losing Seaver and Kingman. But the lineups I mix and match because we have the hindsight of who did what against whom. So here's the pitch to Phillips, 1 for 3. And Phillips pops it up sky high. Outfield grass near the second base bag. Harmon makes the catch. The side is retired, but Dave Kingman has knocked in all 5 Mets runs. And the Metropolitans, with their closer on the mound, Skip Lockwood, are 3 outs away from defeating the Phillies in a thriller. Here from Shea, it's 5-4. And what we're going to do now is Phillips will come out of the game. He's a 3 out of 4 defensive range. Harrelson's 4 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Harrelson's 4 out of 10. Harrelson will come in to play defense. There. Stearns will come in to catch. There. Vale's going to stay in right. He's one of our better outfielders. Kingman has actually played quite well in left. I mean, Cranepool just has a slightly better fielding percentage. We're going to stick with Kingman. He's knocked in 5 runs, and he's actually played quite good in left. But Cranepool is a better first baseman than Milner. It's a 5 out of 10, so Cranepool will come into play first, and Milner's out of the game. So Randall's at third, Harrelson's at short, Mian stays at second, Cranepool's in at first now, Kingman's in left, Mazzilli's in center, and Vale's still in right. Lockwood has thrown 13 pitches, good for 45. He's 3 outs away from giving the Mets a victory, and he would pick up his 12th save. Jay Johnstone is 0 for 3. John Stearns now behind the plate, 6 out of 10 defensive range, 7 out of 10 arm lock. Cranepool is a 5 out of 10 at first, Harrelson 4 out of 10 at short. Here's the pitch to Johnstone. Fly ball, Mazzilli right center field. He coming in and he makes the catch. 1 down. Mets 2 outs away. Here's Mike Schmidt, 0 for 3. 1 swing of the bat, he could tie it up. Lockwood works quickly to Schmidt, and he walked him. Oh boy. Schmidt, 7 out of 10 base running, about 67% chance of stealing second. Here comes Greg Lazinski. 1 swing of the bat, and Lazinski's been horrendous in the field and at the plate. He's 0 for 3. He has struck out, flown out, walked, and struck out. 1 swing of the bat could give the Phillies a 6-5 lead. They throw over Schmidt's back. Remember, there's a lot of dispute with the Mets, Grody, and Espinoza when they thought they had Hebner picked off. Hebner would come around to score in that 2-run 8th. Again, Lockwood looks to first. Now he picks up the sign from John Stearns. The windup and the pitch to the Bull, Greg Lazinski. And he strikes him out! Lazinski gets the hat trick! The Mets 1 out away from taking Game 2 of this series. They lost Game 1 in a close one. Now they're hoping to take Game 2 and pull to within a half game of the Phillies. And the Pirates could actually be rooting for the Mets. Depending on what the Pirates do, they could take over first place. So here's Richie Hebner with 2 outs. Hebner with 4 home runs and 20 ribbies. Remember, he had 18 home runs in 77, so he's very dangerous at the plate. And the man of great controversy, as they thought they had him picked off not once, but twice. Lockwood takes a deep breath. Arms down to his chest, the windup and the pitch to Richie Hebner, the son of a gravedigger. Ground ball to Mian. He's up with it. He throws to Kranepool. Ball game is over. The New York Metropolitans win 5-4. Dave Kingman will be the MVP, knocking in all 5 runs, and the big blast. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. He hits a 2-run homer. And that's it, folks. Skip Lockwood picks up the save. Actually, he gets the win, excuse me. He gets the win. Lockwood gets the win. So let's bring up the box score. Bear with me one moment. What a fun game. I hope you all... Oh, that's me. Ooh, I don't want that. That's not right. Cancel. Do this. The screen will go black and you'll just see my ugly mug for a second. And there. And we're going to have to move this as I'm in the way. Let's bring that down somewhere here. Let's bring it here. Let's do that for now. What a ball game, folks. What a ball game. The Go-Go Metropolitans do it again. Let's go to the pitching. But before we do that, let's go to the chat and say thank you. Audie Murphy, how you doing, my friend? He says, great game, Al. Long time no see. Hope all is well. Jake, so thank you to Audie Murphy. Jake Cruz, he says, great game. As Clinton Park says, Lockwood gets the win. You are correct. And Johan Oliver, thank you very much for stopping by. First time I think I've seen you in our chat. Greatly appreciate it. This is the Mets win. Thank you to Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Check out that wonderful channel along with Clinton Parks. They're both content creators. Thank you to Dave Little. The Original Grognard, another wonderful channel, military strategy channel. Fanatic, another great channel in our community. Fanatic of Films. Does reviews. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It was a really fun game. And now my second screen is playing havoc with me. I use my Kindle as my second screen. So. Oh, Jake says, leave the link to Action PC. Hard to find. I will. Before I leave, I'm going to put, actually, I'll put that right in the chat now. His golf sale is going to be up. Not that many people care. But if you enjoy this game and you're thinking of buying it, you want to buy during a sale. And when you upgrade, if you, like, because I bought this game a few years in a row, every time I upgrade, it's another $5 off. So, yeah, let me do that. Okay, Jake, I will do that. Hold on a second, buddy. Let me put that up. I just pre-ordered the 2019 game with the... They just added the Negro League seasons from 1934 to 1938. I pre-ordered those. I was only going to get one. I was like, what the heck? Get all the seasons. It's not that much. I mean, this is... This is my entertainment dollars. And I picked up 3 real good golf seasons. I'm going to be doing some golf. Not the seasons, but just matchup things. And he had another great sale where you just, for $14, you got a gazillion different seasons for football and all, basketball and hockey. I have all the sports because I enjoy playing them. Let me put this in the chat. Okay, I think this would be the best link right here. Copy. Of course, I got to bring the chat up in the other screen now. Again, take a look at it. If it's something anyone you think you might like, take a look and just take a look. If you enjoy these types of games, bear with me a moment. I have to bring up another. I have to do it on my PC. Too much of a pain in the buttocks on the Kindle. Now I want to go to... if I go to the YouTube, I'm going to get an echo. I got to go to live streaming, I think. And that should bring up the... Yes! Okay, way to go, Al, Red Sox fan. You didn't foobar that. All right, here's the link to Action PC, and that's a link to the store if you want to click on it. And then from there, you can just look at, you can go to the main page and, you know, read about the games. The baseball game's going on sale. The football game just came off the sale. But he might have another. Well, he has a pretty good sale there. Jake Cruz says, didn't he? Yes, Audie Murphy did play himself in the movie. It was it's called To Hell and Back. Oh, what was it called? I think it's To Hell and Back. Audie Murphy was a true American hero, tremendous war hero in World War II. Then he got into acting. He did a lot of westerns and war movies. They're entertaining movies. I think his biography was To Hell and Back. Audie Murphy, tremendous. Oh, as Audie Murphy says, he pre-ordered 19 as well. Excellent. Golf is on sale, OG. I don't if it's after 12, it's going to go off sale, but he'll have another sale for that. So don't, again, if someone goes, just take a look. It might be something you might be interested in. That's all, because Jake asked for the link. And it's Dave Koch Incorporated. That's why you probably couldn't find it when you did Action PC or something. All right, let's go to the box score. Hope everyone enjoyed the game. I actually like playing as the Mets. I play as the Red Sox and the Mets in 77. We have a 6-game lead over the Yankees, and now the Mets have pulled to within a half game of Philadelphia. What did Pittsburgh do? Let me check that out real quick. I can tell you in a second. Oh, Pittsburgh will take over first place by a half game. Pittsburgh will take over first place by a half game, it looks like. Because Pittsburgh won. Where's Pittsburgh? I believe they won. They won 4-2 over the Cubs. Okay. Gossage got the save before he went to the Yankees. He goes to the Yankees in 78. All right, so Steve Carlton picks up only his 3rd loss. Tough luck loser. He's now 7-3. He went 8 innings, 10 hits, 5 runs. 3 of them earned. 1 home run to Kong Dave Kingman, who knocked in all 5 runs. 4 walks, 4 Ks. Espinosa went 7 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. The Mets imploded and had some arguments with the man in blue. Walked 5, struck out 3. Lockwood blew the save but gets the win. He's now 6-2 with 2 innings of work as he let inherited runners score, but none of his own. He walked 2, struck out 1. And let's just go. Player MVP has to be Kong, I would think. Dave Kingman, the game's MVP. Knocked in 5 runs, a 2-run homer to win it in the bottom of the 8th as the Mets came right back after giving up 2 controversial runs in the top of the 8th. Maddox for the Phillies in defeat was 1 for 5. Johnstone 0 for 4 with a walk. Schmidt was 0 for 3 with 2 walks and a strikeout. Greg Lazinski was horrid at the plate and in the field. 0 for 4, a walk and the hat trick, 3 Ks. Espinosa got him twice and Lockwood got him once. Richie Hepner was 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Tim McCarver was 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a walk. Ted Sizemore was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Hutton, the pinch hitter, was 0 for 1 with an RBI. Harmon came in to play second, did not bat. Boa, the shortstop, was 1 for 3 with a walk. And Carlton, the pitcher, was 1 for 3, knocked in 2 runs. So the Phillies in defeat, 33 at-bats, 4 runs, 6 hits, 4 ribbies, 7 walks, 4 Ks, 1 double. For the New York Metropolitans, who are now 29-21, the Phillies dropped to 28-19. Lenny Randle extended his 8-game hitting streak to a 9-game hitting streak with a single in the first. He was 1 for 4. Mian was 1 for 4. Vale was 1 for 4 with a walk and a K. He had a double, though he didn't knock anyone in. Grody was 1 for 4 and argued a lot with the umpire behind the plate. He struck out once. Stearns came in to pinch run and stayed in to catch for Grody. Milner was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored and a strikeout. Cranepool came in to play defense in the 9th. Lee Mazzilli, a bunting machine, was a madman, running all over the place. He was 1 for 2, a bunt base hit. He reached on a bunt and an error on the catcher, Tim McCarver. He scored a run and walked. Dave Kingman was 2 for 2 with a run scored, 5 runs knocked in, a walk, a double, and a home run. The game-winning 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs. Phillips was 1 for 4. Harrelson came in to play defense in the 9. Espinosa was 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Lockwood came in to pitch the final 6 outs and did not hit. The Mets in a victory, a big victory for this Go-Go Metropolitan team. Maybe it quells the rumors we've been hearing about Dave Kingman and Tom Seaver being traded. It won't, because we're playing historical transactions. 28 at-bats, 5 runs, 10 hits, 5 ribbies, 4 walks, 4 Ks, 2 doubles, and that huge home run from Kingman. Mazzilli was 1 for 2, stolen base and a walk. Milner was 2 for 3 with a stolen base. Dave Kingman 2 for 2, a home run, a double, and 5 RBIs, was the MVP of the game. Let's see, runners left on. Phillies left 10 runners on, the Mets 6. Lazinski just was not good in left. He didn't have any errors, but some balls he should have cut off that turned into doubles, as he had 2 poor plays. Mian had a poor play. Quickly to the recap. It was scoreless until the 4th. The top of the 4th. The Phillies sent 8 batters to the plate, scoring 2 runs on 4 hits, but those 2 crucial errors. Sizemore singled, knocking Hebner, and then Carlton singled, knocking in McCarver. And it was 2-0 Phillies. But the Mets came right back in the bottom of the 4th to tie it. 2 runs on 3 hits and an error. Kingman doubled, knocking in 2. It was a 2-2 ball game. The Mets would take the lead in the 6th. 1 run on a walk and an error. Kingman hit a sac fly. 3-2 Metropolitans. The Mets failed to score with 2 hits and a walk in the 7th, and that was an opportunity lost. And the Phillies came right back in the top of the 8th, and they made the Metropolitans pay. They scored 2 runs on a hit and 2 walks. Hutton hit a ground ball that tied the game at 3. Then Carlton hit a sac fly that put himself and the Phillies up by 1, 4-3. But the Metropolitans, the never-say-die Mets, would pick up 2 runs on a 2-run homer with 2 outs by Dave Kingman, and they would win the ball game 5-4. Tim McCarver was 1 for 3 with a double, 2 runs scored, but he had 2 errors. John Milner was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored, and Dave Kingman, MVP of the game, 2 for 2, a double, a home run, and 5 ribbies. Skip Lockwood blew the save but got the win. Carlton went the distance but got the loss. He's now 7-3. Lockwood is now 6-2. Sal, Red Sox fan, saying, hope you enjoyed the game. Thank you very much. And I put the link in per Jake Cruz's request for Dave Koch Inc. So check it out if you want. Clinton Park says, I got to hook up my laptop and I'll have a monster broadcasting. I'll stick with my pair for now. And OG says, well, there's always sales, OG. Never fret, my friend. Never fret. Thank you very much. Till next time, health and happiness. Take care, bye-bye, and God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, though I know we'll be seeing ourselves again. And now you know what's coming. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt. Peace!